Hello again, friends, and welcome to the very first episode of 151 this year. My name is Adam, and I'm joined by a man whose sunny personality won him the Best Attitude of 2020 award, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Justin.
Hey, how's it going?
Boy, if you were ever going to come screaming in a room and just destroy everybody with that personality, that was it right there, man. Hey.
Finger guns. Hey, with COVID, we can't shake hands, we can't bump. I'm bringing the finger guns back.
There you go. This is 151. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at 151 The Show. You can find us on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Stitcher, or I said that one, Apple, whatever they're calling it now, Spotify, and
wherever your finest podcasts are sold.
Yeah, YouTube as well. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. If you missed any of that, head over to 151theshow.com or this station's website.com. Tonight on the very first episode...
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Storming into 2021 with his sterling personality.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we get into the very first show of the year, joining us, he's been on once before. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Moose. Hi, Moose.
Hey, boys.
Hi, buddy.
What are you doing in your blanket fort, buddy?
You are fascinated with my blanket fort.
Are we playing pretend?
These are moving blankets, and they are good for deflecting sound when you are in a recording type situation.
I know. It's funny. You just see all these people, and they've got like, oh, look at this high-end couch and this and that. My blanket fort, everybody.
I know, right? You know what's funny is like when I was thinking about like, maybe do I need to LLC, for my voiceover work, and then I do production stuff too. So I was thinking, should I call it Blanket Fort Studios? That might be kind of cool.
That's awesome.
That's really good, actually. I like that.
Or
I legitimately thought about doing that.
How about this? Blanket Fort as the title of a metal CD or album.
Blanket Fort. It's cozy and cool. No girls allowed.
The Blanket Fort Tour 2021.
Fort you.
Oh, well, Moose, we're glad to have you tonight. Thank you for showing up. And how are things?
Things are okay. Plugging along. Just going along, man. Just trying to find my way.
Just out of curiosity, I have to ask, if I come over, can we play in your blanket fort?
Well, no.
Oh.
Because as I said, no girls allowed.
Oh!
Kaboom!
Ba-bang. Ba-boom.
Just for that, I'm calling it the Fabric Glory Hole from now on.
Well, of course... Of course, you can go play in the blanket fort. There's not a lot of room. I would move the camera around to show you, but it's on one of those, the flexible tripods.
Yes.
Yeah. So you pick it up, and then all of a sudden you don't get it where you need it.
The most important question here, when Jody's down on the other side of the basement, have you ever stuck your penis through the blankets just so that's all she sees?
No. No, but it's funny, the glory hole and the blanket thing. Just the other day, like I said, we were talking about I think there's a religion that does that, and I never Googled it or Binged it, whatever. But anyway, moving on.
Okay, this is thoughts for later. This is 151. We're being joined by Moose tonight, partner in crime of mine for like 10 years.
We are breaking new territory, let me tell you what.
I guarantee there hasn't been a non-theological podcast that has talked about sex through a sheet. I guarantee it.
You know what? You say that, but you're probably wrong. I mean, let's be honest here.
If there was some sort of international database of podcast transcription, I would go to there and check it.
There's your new life, man. That's what you
transcribe every podcast. Ooh, all the ones too.
Every single one. As we start the new year, we're just kind of hanging out tonight. We're going to be playing the Wheel of Fate here in a little bit and just see what topics come up. Any breaking news on your guys' end? Anything you guys want to hit on before we get to the Wheel of Fate tonight? I'm putting this out there because we are severely unorganized.
If we don't tell them, they won't know. Just throwing that out there. No, I think 2021's starting great. Nothing crazy happening at all. I think everything's going to go really well this year. So let's just go with that and move on.
So go with the Wheel of Fate, right?
Right.
I love how a lot of people are like, oh, it's 2021. Thank God. Like all of a sudden, everything's going to be just COVID's gone.
Right.
Divisiveness in the country's gone. Yeah. Doesn't work that way.
Because seven days made a lot of freaking difference.
Well, as far as news, I might be doing this regular gig involving a crime channel on YouTube where apparently I narrate some, I'm guessing it's like investigation discovery, like Johnson threw the gun into the lake and then he was caught 10 days later, that sort of thing.
Do it as the monster truck guy.
He killed that 3 different ways until Saturday. I'd blow my voice out within 2 sentences.
Hey, real quick, going back in time for a second, I miss your voices.
Oh yeah.
I was telling my movie guy for the station about when we were doing the morning show. You did a
Mike Reyes, guest and friend of the show.
Yeah, Mike Reyes.
Cinema Blend, right?
Yeah. I told him about when you did the conversation of George Bush talking to Arnold Schwarzenegger. And that got me thinking about all the what's with all the voices. But no, but I just was thinking about that. I was like, God, I miss that because you really can do like every single voice on the planet.
Well, it's I try.
It's a
but,
gift,
what's funny is like it's fun to do that stuff, and but I come to find in the voiceover world that doesn't pay. Like there's no work out there for a Schwarzenegger or George W. Bush. Not even like a Donald Trump impression is going to make money for you. That always kind of blew my mind when I found that out a year or two ago, but it's fun, and it works out on the morning show bits. That's probably the only real use for it.
In your crime story voice, tell me the story of the penis slipping through the folds in the fabric.
He spread her legs wildly. He was massively turned on. He had 14 sprigs and 3 bananas that afternoon.
And what nobody knows is that you're reading it in a blanket fort.
Well, they know if they're watching the video.
Yeah.
The blanket fort comes down.
Oh, that's good.
Optimus Prime.
Hey, speaking of that, have you guys been watching the Netflix Transformers show?
No.
It's legitimately good.
What a nerd.
It's animated, right?
Yeah, but it's animated in a way where it's like it looks like them, and they're all there.
No, they got the real Transformers, Moose. There's no animation.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. Well, what I meant was like cartoon animation, not like Michael Bay movie animation, not CGI. I think you know that when somebody says animation, that means like everything is watercolored and
Oh, God, that's so wonderful.
You fucking smart ass. You.
This is 151. You can find us 151theshow.com or thisstationswebsite.com. Moose, as a radio guy, you get the thisstationswebsite.com, right?
Yeah.
We bought it.
Oh, did you actually buy that?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's ours. No, I'm a head with a GoDaddy account, and he's like, "Hey, we need this." I'm like, "Done."
That's brilliant. Good job. Oh, perfect. There it is. Very nice.
I was telling him, I at work, I was like, hey, we should do this. And, everybody, from the top down was like, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. And never did anything. I'm like, well, you people, I'm buying it.
Right. So he told me about it, and I'm like, well, you didn't have anything to do with it because I just did it. So it's done.
It's one of those things like, it's like, oh, duh. Along the same lines, a couple years ago, I bought the domain name Puerno, like porno, but Puerno. And I looked for it. I was like, Puerno, that's no way. It's like Puerno.com. Would you like to buy it? I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
I haven't done anything with it, but I'm like, I was so flabbergasted that Puerno.com is available.
Did you guys ever do the stuff where you where you buy a really URL and then tag like somebody's business or something like .com or something? It links to your most hated business or something.
That's so good.
That's not a terrible idea.
You've never heard of that?
No.
Huh?
You guys have never heard of that?
No,
that's brilliant though. Like I can think of at least one website that I could do that for.
What was it when we were doing the show? Clownpenis.fart.com or something?
Penis.fart, yeah. That was from an old SNL commercial back in the Will Ferrell days. It was like, it starts off with this very like serious banking commercial, you know. At Mutual Trust, we value your money and your savings are important to us. We care about, you know, your family, da 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 da. So for more information, go to clownpenis.fart. And then they're like, yeah, we're a little late on getting the domain name, but
Oh, that's wonderful.
Can I just point out for the folks at home who might have already noticed that we did not plan this, but we're all wearing black shirts with white writing.
yeah.
Yeah, we are.
All right, everybody show your shirt.
The dude.
The fender cycle closed.
The dude.
The dude abides, man.
The Dadalorian. Very nice.
Steph got you that, didn't she?
Yes, she did. She got that, and the kid has the baby Yoda. It says the child.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw your picture.
Yep. All right, so this is 151. We welcome Moose to the show, my old radio partner who is just, God, I miss this.
Yeah, no, it was fun. We had some fun times.
Roadhouse.
But the curse of radio stepped in and said, no, you're done. Multiple times now.
I will say this: I have been messaged by a lot of people that are like, "Are you guys getting the band back together?" I'm like, no.
No.
And with your video, it looks really good when you wink.
Oh, is it still?
Yeah, it's fine. We're all right. We're all right.
Wait.
Anyways, but no, I miss those times. I really do. I was always really proud of everything we did on that show, and I thought we started out a little rough, but towards the end, it was a lot of fun.
Honestly, I didn't think it would work with you and me when we started, but over time, I grew to love you and respect you, and I think we developed a good chemistry and a good back and forth, and I think we've turned into good friends, and we did some really good stuff.
And you mooned me on my birthday.
I did. That's very nice, isn't it? I think there might still be some ink on my ass from that.
What did you use on that?
Huh?
Like, what did you use a marker or?
Yeah, it was just a Sharpie.
Oh, that's why.
Well, yeah, and even Jody was like, you want to use a Sharpie? That's permanent. It's like, it'll come off. It might take a little bit, but you know.
You should have used black ink. Blue.
Oh, why?
Blue, and this is where I become a very big nerd. Blue is...
This is where you become a big nerd?
Yeah, I know. No, blue is a color that, like, stands the test of time, essentially. Are you licking your own balls, or are you just that sick of me?
That's me passing out from the boring.
So, Moose, if it makes you feel good, when he told me this story, I said, now, wait a minute. Did he put 4 and 0 on a cheek, or did he put a 4 and then, like, spread to make the O?
What did I say? It was either 400 or 4.0.
4.0.
Well, I told Jody, who wrote it on my butt, I said, it's like, should we try and get it around the brown star, you know, that 0? She's like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
She's in, but she's not all in.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
she has her limitations.
Even she has limits.
Right.
Oh, God. This is so much fun. All right. This is 151 The Show. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at 151 The Show. We are on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and a whole mess of other channels. Please like, follow, and share those. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That'd be really cool. You guys ready to play the Wheel of Fate tonight?
Yes.
All right.
Let's play the Wheel of Fate, bro.
I don't think we actually had Moose's butthole down as a topic of conversation, so
No, but turning 40 is in there, so it kind of works.
that's
so it's okay.
fair enough.
All right, so
we'll get back to my butthole,
Yes,
just like in college.
Don't worry, everybody. There's more coming up.
Do you like? This is the show for you.
.com.
That'll direct you to.
I'm gonna have to put in like the technical difficulties thing right there.
Right.
Lost signal. All right, so for those of you playing along at home, the Wheel of Fate is a stupid game we came up with where I have a prize wheel on my phone. I tap it, and it tells us what topic we're going to talk about. We've each, Moose and I put in stuff because we are actually professionals and do show prep, unlike Justin.
Yeah, Justin.
I'm contributing.
You got the text like everybody else 5 minutes before the show. What the man?
It's been a busy week.
Yeah,
what can I
yeah.
say?
All right, so we'll
Fair
tap the
enough.
button and we'll find a topic. We'll talk about it for a few minutes, and then we'll move on to the next one. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
It's rock and roll, man.
Let's see.
It's spinning.
Talk to the people. Talk to the people.
Yes.
Turning
what
40.
came up is the hot dog question.
Hot dog question.
This is one I put in and one that was on our original Wheel of Fate. So here's the question. Is a hot dog more of a sandwich or a taco? Discuss.
I'm gonna say because it's not from the ethnicity or culture that a taco is required to be from. If anything, it falls into the sandwich category.
Really?
Yeah, I'll go cultural.
Okay.
I think it's taco's a cultural thing.
I'm starting to honestly lean more taco on the whole matter, and simply because when I think of a taco, you've got your shell, you put your meat in, and do it, and you're putting it in a vertical, style. But yeah, you're putting stuff in it and on top, and you're piling it up this way. Where a sandwich, you're more kind of evening it out and kind of spreading it all around. Does that make sense?
I think more fundamentally, just like you said, it's vertical, whereas a sandwich is horizontal. But you could also, I was going to say maybe it's more of a sandwich in the sense of it involves bread and yeast, whereas a taco is a tortilla or a corn shell.
Unleavened.
Yeah, unleavened. Thank you. Websters.com.
You called me a f***ing nerd earlier.
Just saying, I know my breads. Now the real question is, okay, that's all well and
if
good.
you do the Q question, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
You from Star Trek?
Q from Star Trek. There's a great meme. It says you humans are fooling
God,
around,
you know me too good.
are fooling around with simple questions when you really should be asking, is cereal soup?
Cereal soup.
That's good.
And you know me so well. You knew exactly where I was headed.
I know.
Cereal's just cold soup, right?
That's the thought behind it. That
It's milk gazpacho.
does anybody think? Have you ever had gazpacho or how the f- do you say it?
Gazpacho, yeah. It's cold tomato soup. I've never had it. I've heard it's disgusting.
That
Well, if
doesn't
it's
sound
just-
appealing at all.
If it's just tomato soup and it's cold, it just tastes like cold tomato soup. Why is it disgusting?
I guess I don't like cold tomato juice or soup or anything.
Sure.
I can remember
It's
as
like
a kid,
watery
my
ketchup.
dad, I was like 5 or 6 or whatever. So when 5 or 6 year olds actually did stuff, he sent me to the store to get him some tomato sauce. I came back with a can of tomato soup for his.
I mean, close enough.
It was like V8.
Well, V8's like tomato soup, right?
I was in the ballpark.
By the way, you ever met anybody who's like, that was a good V8? Like that doesn't happen, right?
Okay, wait. The actual V8 like super juice that my wife
No,
drinks.
actual V8. Because that super juice, that's like Gatorade with a splash of tomato soup. That's what that is.
No.
I'm talking real V8.
I want to say my father-in-law likes it, but I'm not for sure. I want to say I've seen him drink it, but no, I don't know anybody that gets home at the end of the day and goes, you know what I could go for? God, V8 sounds awesome right now.
Tomatoes and carrots in a can. Yum, 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 yum.
Not without equal parts vodka.
I was going to say, yeah, maybe the father-in-law likes
Right.
it because it goes well with his other juice
Yeah.
and a pickle
I
and
don't know.
Tabasco.
I don't even like Bloody Marys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Me neither.
Are you some sort of a you both a bunch of
No, I'm really not a fan of the Bloody Marys where there's like a Thanksgiving dinner on top of it.
where it's like a meal.
Yeah. It's like
86
somewhere
pounds of
buried in
bacon.
the that turkey is my drink I ordered.
Right?
I get what you're saying. Once in a while, a good Bloody Mary is delightful. Is that something that I'm going to have every Saturday to wind down? No, but I remember we went to when we went to Minneapolis. This is before kids, when we had a life. We went to like a brunch thing at some bar restaurant, and they had a Bloody Mary bar. And I don't think we paid for it. We just went up and got Bloody Marys, but it was so delightful. It was so good.
This is 151 the show. So does that are we at a consensus that a hot dog is where are we at on that?
You're at taco. I think Justin and I are at sandwich.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm at sandwich. You're at taco.
I mean, I don't hate the idea of it being a sandwich, but I just think taco just makes more sense.
Side topic on that. Do you know anybody who does not like hot dogs?
Yeah, I know a few people actually.
I know one person.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Like, who doesn't? Hot dog is just great because, look, it's not a fancy cuisine by any means, but you can do with it what you want. You can make it what you want. You can put chili on it. People put peanut butter on their hot dogs. Mustard, jalapenos, sauerkraut.
Did you ever eat at Chicago Dog? It used to be up on 6th and
Right.
Euclid, I think.
Never
I
did.
ate it. Where is it? Hudson's Pizza? No, Truman's Pizza. You know where that's at?
Yeah.
There was a Chicago dog of some sort there, and we ate there. It was okay, but like if I've had a real Chicago dog, I don't think so.
A hot dog to me almost seems like the type of food that the dirtier the place you go to, the better it's going to be.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know?
I remember I flew into New York City and I was starving. I don't know why I didn't eat before or during the flight, but I landed and literally I walked out the gate and there's like a Nathan's hot dog stand right there. And it had the hot dogs that looked like they've been rolling for about 14 days. And I'm like, it, I'm hungry. Give me that thing.
Right, but I think a hot dog is one of those things that when you like lose at least 25% of the volume due to rolling and cooking that long, it just intensifies and gets better.
This was not better. Like this Nathan's hot dog I had. Oh man, I was burping that up for 3 days. It was just like it found a little cove in my belly. It was like, I'm setting up for it here and making life miserable for your olfactory senses.
Two pieces of advice. Well, actually, it's one with a story wrapped around it. If the gas station doesn't charge you for a hot dog, I'm going to tell you right now, don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Right.
Because it led to something we refer to as the poopicane of '08.
Oh yeah.
15 times plus I pooped.
Wow.
That's a poopicane.
And then
You'd be better off having gas station sushi at that point.
And then we went to we drank all night. We got he had the gas station in his backyard. It was actually, you know what it was? I want to say you were on your honeymoon.
Probably, yeah, because we got married in 2007 November.
Or 2000, 7. Went to Hawaii. I was filling in on the show, but I went to see Garth Brooks in Kansas City, and then I had to drive back that morning. It was a Sunday night. I drove back, and I slept at the station at like 3 o'clock in the morning for like an hour before doing the morning show.
Ugh.
Yeah,
And
and coming off of the poopicane of '08.
Oh Lord.
Yep. So
Bruce,
with that,
Bruce had to go in there and plunge that toilet a few times that day.
I was so dry by that point it didn't matter. All right, we're going to spin the wheel again here on 151. You can find us on 151theshow.com or this station's website.com, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at 151theshow. Right now, our new topic is recently watched movies. What's your recently watched movies? I've got
Wonder Woman 84.
I did that one.
Yes. But more recent than that, I watched The Devil All the Time.
Haven't seen it. Haven't even heard of it. What is it?
It's on Netflix. It stars Tom Holland, Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those kind of like Southern Gothic drama movies based on a novel. It's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, I recommend it.
Was Tom Holland cute and lovable in it?
Always, right? Is that guy ever not good? Like, he's so good as Spider-Man, and he was really good in this one, too.
He was really good in that lip-syncing show.
He was on a reality show, like a competition show?
You remember the lip-syncing show they did, like LL Cool J's?
Yeah.
I don't want to
He did Rihanna.
I didn't want
Umbrella.
you to spoil it for him.
Oh, sorry.
Drive.
I just wanted you to stumble into a world of Tom Holland dressed as Rihanna, doing a really good take of the song. So
YouTube, here I come.
Watched. Have you guys heard of Arch Enemy?
No.
It is a superhero movie. You remember? You know who it stars? It's the guy from. He played Flash Thompson in the original Spider-Man. No, I won't want none of me either.
I can picture him.
Joe Manganiello.
Joe Manganiello.
Yeah. This I've heard good things about that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, he's like from another planet. but he's kind
What's
of a
it called?
bum or an ass or something.
He's from a different planet, and apparently, according to the movie, his power source doesn't exist in our universe, so he has no power.
What's it called?
Arch enemy and
I'm gonna check
or
that
arch
out.
enemies. One of it's what I can't remember which one it is, but it's really good. And
I've heard good things about it.
his character's name is Max Fist.
Nice.
Subtle.
That's great. So
That's what I ask Jody every Saturday. Max fist or medium? What do you want here?
maximum effort.
Yeah, cut that out. Cut it out.
Justin, you got any other ones you've seen?
Not that I can think of. I think Wonder Woman 84 is like the only one that I've taken time out of my schedule to try and do. Good choice on my part.
That movie's bad, right?
It's not good. There are parts of it that are really good. There are parts of it that are really well done. And I can see how it looked good on paper. The execution wasn't there.
You know, Jody and I have a podcast called Married with Channels, which you can get on your podcast provider.
We do a thing called Shameless Plug at the end, and I'll have you wait till you're good and ready to do it.
Please,
Okay,
sir.
I'm sorry.
Sir,
I'm sorry.
Sure.
I didn't mean to jump the gun. I'm promoting my
Sir.
podcast, Married with Channels,
Sir,
available on your podcast.
I don't know if you've heard of it or not.
please stop making a scene.
Yeah. We talked about, normally we talk about TV shows, but once in a while we'll talk about movies. And we talked about Wonder Woman 84 just because it was kind of a hot movie and we watched it. And there's a couple problems with that movie. It's just kind of not focused. It's all over the place. It's too long. You know, they had not one, but two opening scenes. There's a lot of other stuff. Like what happened to the guy whose body was possessed by Steve Trevor? Where the that guy go? Is he dead? And on. But it was a disappointment.
There was two things that really like jumped out at me, which was one, I really thought that Kristen Wiig's character was wasted because we start to see a little bit of Diana connecting with a person and humanizing, and then all of a sudden we've jumped past. They never actually like form anything more than what if any of us had met one person for like one day and had, oh yeah, we had dinner, that was great, yeah, I think I could be friends with this guy, and 2 days later, nope, turns out I was wrong, they're an incredible I'm finding out. There was no impact to that change because there was no, it was all too quick. In an incredibly long movie, that was too quick. The other thing for me was Max Lord is historically in the comic books a terrible, terrible guy, a really, like arch nemesis, evil villain. And part of it's because I really like Pedro Pascal, but I mean, that was just a dude who was trying to do a quick get rich scheme and got in over his head. He wasn't evil. They completely wasted that character.
There's a thought I just had about it. You made me think of something. You think it's a thing of like directors out there, a lot of times they will understand the hero of the movie, but they don't understand the supervillain of the movie.
I think that's been a problem with Marvel. The villains have only been there to showcase, how good their heroes are.
But I'm talking about when they're actually like legitimately directing the movie. Like they have a really great take on what's her name, Patty Davis for Wonder Woman.
Jenkins,
yeah.
Excuse me. I don't hate her Wonder Woman. In fact, there are parts of that movie.
Right.
One part I really actually did like of the movie was when
spoilers.
What's that? Yeah, there's
Spoilers
here. Your spoilers. I don't really care.
That's like 3 weeks ago anyway.
It's not my problem at this point. I thought that they took away a superhero's powers for the first time in a way that made sense.
Right.
That it wasn't like, oh my God, the sun turned a different color or some other just bull that they usually come up with this stuff. And I think it was one of those things where she made a wish. It gradually took away her powers. It didn't take them away all at once. And there wasn't the fluttering around of, oh my God, I can't crush my cell phone every time I pick it up now. This is weird,
right.
you know?
There's a couple themes that they could have really dived into. Like that example is great because it's, love versus power, it was just not cohesive, and it suffered from the Spider-Man 3 ascites, which is too many villains.
Yeah.
Either have Cheetah or have Max Lord. Both were kind of underserved because of the other.
Yeah.
And
right.
I think you can agree they've mostly focused on the Max Lord stuff, but it's like, why do the Cheetah here? It just seems like something the studio's like, somebody who's like got some superpowers, who's got looks like an animal or whatever the hell, and I get tired of the trope of like the obviously pretty girl, but because she has glasses on, oh my god, she's a hideo bomb,
Right.
No thank you. I get tired of that. It's like, no, we could tell she's pretty and she's not a
Oh yeah, you're right.
like when she walked into the Smithsonian and the one guy's like almost like, ew. It's like,
Right. No, it's Kristen Wiig with a perm and glasses. That still works for me, dude.
yeah.
You've never done that when somebody walked by. Oh god.
Right. Stare openly at a colleague with disdain
Yeah.
and repulsion.
I know, right? Like literally,
Ew.
that guy
Girls,
was like,
girls,
that guy was like,
icky.
I mean,
but I just it just wasn't a good movie, and I like that at the very beginning of the movie they I read this today actually, and I was like, oh holy shit, they're right. That in the first movie they established that she didn't start training with anybody until she was already a teenager, and in the very first scene of the movie they break that, and she's like up against them and competing. And the other thing about it is I don't really think she cheated. I think she found a really creative way of catching up to everybody in the race, and she just happened to miss a checkpoint.
that's what I was thinking too when, and I forget what happened, like her horse, whatever.
She got knocked off the horse.
Yeah. So when that happened and she found a different way, I was thinking, oh, this is going to end up where the people she looks up to are going to pat her on the back and go, way to improvise. You figured it out.
Well,
but instead they're like,
your
you
brain.
cheated. You cheated. That ain't going to work in life.
It was like, you, Diana, you little, you
And
cheat.
it's like, where was the person who's like, she's 8 years old and she fucking almost won? What's the problem here?
To be fair, the people who were testing her did know that she was half god. They're glossing over that, which that lineage is why they wouldn't let her compete with anybody like in the first one. But we're going to ignore that.
They're competing with half god. Ruin that topic. Let's go to the next one here in the world of Wheel of Fate.
Wheel of Fate.
I know. I haven't made a special like screen or animation for yet.
Little bumper.
Yeah, I'm just lazy. So spinning the wheel again. Well, I guess I could actually make a wheel that we could put on the screen.
We could probably, get, maybe we know somebody in the voiceover business that could do like special splash Wheel of Fate for us, maybe.
Him, he wants money.
I might know somebody.
Coming to you live from the Blanket Fort.
All right, our next topic is video games on the Wheel of Fate tonight.
Video games.
Justin just wanted to talk about how awesome his new Xbox is.
Well, did you get the new Xbox?
I did. I got a Series X.
Ooh.
Yes.
Look at the big balls on Justin, everybody.
Hey,
somebody got a bonus.
What's with all the voices?
That's a callback.
My stimulus check's taking care of it very nicely. So
cool.
No, I got it. I've been living with it for about a month now. I think it's proved very popular with the 8-year-old crowd in my house. Savannah's been playing the crap out of it. She loves it.
What's she playing?
She's playing Roblox. Started on Minecraft.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, definitely. She's got a couple of games, smaller independent games, like there's an EA game called Unravel. That's a character made of yarn. It's really, really gorgeous. I will say that, graphically, it is on par with exactly what you would expect. I can't say that, it's life-changing, altering graphics. It's exactly what you'd expect. For me, the whole thing comes down to the Xbox is okay. What stands out is the Microsoft Game Pass service with the access to all the games that they have, the integration. Because with that, I bought the Ultimate Game Pass, so I can pick up, if I've got good Wi-Fi and it's Play Anywhere enabled game, I can stream it with my save game from the Xbox. I can stream it on my phone
that's cool.
and play it And then the next time I go back to the Xbox, it will be synced and logged in or kept up, and I log in and go and pick up right where I left off. They're really, really pulling it together, not just with the hardware, but as the hardware is part of an overall ecosystem. It's pretty cool.
It sounds like it's better. There's some cool perks, but it's not like leaps and bounds as far as like gameplay and graphics. Am I right?
And now, granted, Moose, I moved from PlayStation to Xbox. This is
Right.
my first Xbox ever. But having come from a decent PC, the same game on Xbox is pretty on par with a high-end gaming PC. And I mean, that's pretty remarkable for a console to be on par. And it's right where it should be. The SSD is amazing. The speed's amazing. The quick resume is amazing. It's absolutely everything you would expect.
Why did you go from PlayStation to Xbox?
The family gaming, a lot of it,
Oh,
quite
okay.
frankly, and the fact that, like I said, the Microsoft and that Xbox ecosystem of being able to play something on mobile or on PC and transferring it over, and that Play Anywhere feature. And the co-pilot thing with the Xbox actually was a big draw for me. You can take two controllers and map them to where I can pick up a second controller and assist one of my kids if they're having trouble, or we can play together. You know, I can set it to where Kaylee, my 3.5-year-old, can push some buttons every once in a while, but I'm controlling it. You can map two controllers to be basically one input.
Oh, interesting.
So it's got a lot of family stuff that, you know, with my gaming habits kind of changing here over the past 8 years, that really seemed important to me this time.
It's about family.
It is.
Oh, how about you, B-Sox? You playing games?
Just World of Warcraft.
Shocking.
No, the quick and dirty of World of Warcraft is they just put out that new expansion pack. What's it called?
Shadowlands?
Shadowlands. Thank you. God, I couldn't remember. It just seems like a lot of busy work. It's not bad. It's just a lot of, hey, go and get 1,000 of this. Hey, go over here and get 1,200 of this. And yeah, so.
Isn't that how it always is, though?
A
World of
little bit,
Warcraft?
but they're. I don't know what story I'm supposed to be following in it. I'll put it that way, because usually they'll have like your main storyline, and this one it's like, hey, pick one of 5 storylines, and then there's this other storyline that goes on with this part, and this goes over here, and it's just like I don't know what to go do today.
Huh.
Can you fashion yourself a costume with fur and buffalo horns?
God, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That guy should totally be a character in that game now, right?
Oh, he has to be. Has to be. As we wrap up, Moose, you got any games you're doing, or?
You know, I'm playing Battlefield 5 with some friends of mine out east. We'll get on and we'll form a squad. But sometimes I'll be playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Like I'm literally, I want to say a cutscene or two away from ending the story, but I just haven't finished it all the way.
Have you finished it once at all?
No.
I'm going to tell you right now, because I love that game. Go through and play it again.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll kind of know a little bit more about the game, and it'll work a little bit more. But the things you miss in that game are just endless.
I've really struck a balance between doing the side missions, going after these bounties, and also doing the story. Like I've kind of touched on all of it. So I was thinking if I did it again, I'd come back and be a total heel.
Yeah.
You know, do all the bad crap. Because I was a good guy on this one.
Oh, you go and murder as many people as possible this next time around. Did you ever see the
Then
ghost train or the alien? Or the UFO, excuse me?
No, I didn't. I did watch the KKK guys burn themselves. That was fun.
Do you ever just go and murder all of them?
I haven't done that. I haven't found that part.
No, you'll just be riding along and they'll be kind of out doing their thing, and you just show up and go in the dead eye and just blast all their brains out. and then what? Me being a sick son of a bitch, I grab all their dead bodies and pile them up in the road. And then light them all on fire for everybody to see, because you know what? Being
Nice.
part of the KKK, you're an asshole. So
That's
Who are those?
That's what you get.
Yeah. Who are those backwoods yokels who occasionally attack you once in a while? You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you are, because I'll be riding along, and they always attack some couple having a picnic.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like nobody can have a picnic out in the one part of the map without getting murdered by yokels.
Yeah, I mean, but in fairness, if you have a picnic in the Old West, you're probably going to get at least bitten by a snake, right?
Probably.
I mean,
Right. Mauled by a bear or something.
yeah, there is no like, wow, Jessup and I had some real mulberry jam delightful times, and that was it. Nothing that bad happened at all. That doesn't happen.
Have you been to the bear jump scare yet?
I did get attacked by a bear, and I didn't know what was happening at first.
Where was it?
By the way, bear jump scare, worst Disneyland attraction ever.
Yeah, right. It's just a mauled Leonardo DiCaprio going, get out of here.
There's actually an Easter egg of the Leonardo DiCaprio thing where you can get a real cool knife.
Oh,
You go
really?
Pull it out of the bear, yeah. But I won't tell you where in the game, but there's this great the first time it happens to you, you're like, oh shit, this bear comes out of nowhere.
I think I might have had that actually because, like I said, something was happening and my horse was getting spooked, and all of a sudden it bucked me and ran off. I'm like, what the? And I'm like,
No.
oh, shotgun.
No,
That's not
this
it?
is different. This is different.
But back to the yokels. Whenever they come out and attack and I kill them all, I always like pull out my double barrel and come up and like blow their heads off their necks.
Have you had the exploding ammo yet?
No.
So go through, find the code for exploding ammo and infinite deadeye, and just go around. You can't save anything, but you can go have a great time. Like I go up to Valentine and just destroy everybody. I've killed so many people, it's broke the game. Like this one guy, I shot him, and the game was so broken, he shot into orbit.
Somewhere a comet's going, ow. You touched on it, and it reminded me like, so can you do codes and hacks on PlayStation?
Yeah, well, it depends on the game. Like Red Dead, you have to go back into the back screen. It's in the game. It's under like settings or something. You just have to find it and you can put it in. It's kind of a pain in the ass on Red Dead. It's not as cool as like Grand Theft where it's just like up, up, down, down. That's
Yeah. No, it seems like those days have come and gone. And Justin, I don't know about Xbox Series X. So when I play Battlefield 5 with my friends out east, it never fails. There's always a couple squads that are like loaded. Like their kill to death ratio is like 40-3. And they have, it's like you're behind a hill and all of a sudden, boom, you're dead. They shoot you through the fucking hill. I'm like, there's no way that's legit. And my buddy's like, I'm reporting them. So he turns them in.
And it's my understanding, and if it's possible to do all that stuff, it's way beyond me. But my understanding is a lot of those games that are both crossplay between Xbox and PC, it's generally PC guys that have figured out a way to sneak that stuff in there.
No, I know that the PC games, Battlefield 5, there are hacks for that, like legitimate, you code this or whatever. But haven't done a lot of research, but apparently Xbox, you can't really hack it, but you can get like on your controller that you add on that gives you like better aiming and less recoil.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know about any of that. I can tell you that they have, so like between my two PCs, my desktop and my work laptop, if I want to, like the Epic Games Store, well, basically, you can drop that folder from one computer to another, and it'll sync your library like that, and you don't have to do the full install. With the Xbox infrastructure, even on a PC, that game is so locked to the hardware that you're installing it on that if I want to, I can't move like the install files. I can't download it separately. Like I will literally have to take my tower somewhere with a decent internet, way more than I got, to download that game to get it on there. It's pretty locked down. So I mean, I don't know how, other than, like I said, I know there's a little bit of file mod you can do. It's pretty locked down. So I don't know how to cheat.
So if anybody knows how to cheat on Xbox One, let me know.
Right. Hit us up.
All right, friends, that's going to do it for the Wheel of Fate tonight. This is 151. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at 151 The Show. We're on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, and a whole slew of other channels. Find them at the bottom of the page. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. That would be very cool of you. Moose, we thank you for being a part of the show tonight. We're gonna
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, buddy. We're going to let you do a shameless plug here, but before we do that, we have to actually set it up. There you go. All right, we can't end without a shameless plug.
Cue the music!
All right, friends, this is the part of the show where we shamelessly plug something. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a tool. It could be a restaurant. It could be a service. It could be a product.
Ryan Patrick.
It could be a person.
Do you want to plug Ryan Patrick? By all means. Many
I
people
already
have. So.
I already have, my friend. I already have.
It's just great to run your fingers through his hair and hold on.
Oh God, it's so I can't do it anymore. So it's like I miss it so much.
Oh God. Part of the show where we just shamelessly plug something, and since Moose is our guest tonight, we thought we'd let him shamelessly plug. He's got a couple podcasts, a redacted show, a voiceover operation,
Blanket Fort Productions.
Blanket Fort, which I was looking up when you guys were talking about video games. And I think someone has it already. So.
As far as plugging my voiceover website, moosevoice.com, go there. Also, the podcast Jody and I, my wife, have where we married couple talk about TV shows, sometimes movies. It's Married with Channels, available at any podcast provider.
Hey, real quick. The Married with Channels thing, I have this weird memory that you weren't a fan of like Married with Children.
I was not.
So why Married with Channel? Just because it's you and your wife, or you like the name?
Yeah, it just worked because we're married and we talk about TV, which has TV channels typically.
I got it. Like, it wasn't like it sailed over my head, but I just had this thought. I was like, I thought he hated that show, so I'm surprised that he'd want to be kind of in that neighborhood.
Adam was unable to understand a basic pun.
Yeah, that's all it is, really. It's just like it's a pun and it works and it fits, and yeah.
Okay.
I loved it and got it immediately, Moose. So.
It's not
thank
that
you,
I
Justin.
got it, you two.
Real quick, the redacted thing is done. I can use the name Moose now, so it's back to the Morning Moose Show. You can go to the Facebook page, the Morning Moose Show Facebook page.
Can I want to get a Morning Moose, veteran of the Morning Moose Show shirt. 10-year vet.
If we ever get that thing fired up again and make some money off it, you'll be the first expenditure. You and this shirt. I'll get chevrons on there. Hell yeah.
I just want to be a small part of it at some point. I'm glad you guys do it. And what's the web address and all that for the podcast and the redacted? The Morning Moose that's just Facebook right now, right?
That's just a Facebook page. I've secured the morningmooseshow.com. I don't know what I'll do with that. I'm sure something will come there, but just go to Facebook and search for Morning Moose Show. You'll find it.
Okay.
And the podcast is just go to any podcast provider, Spotify, Stitcher, all that. It's all up there.
We'll put some links at the bottom of the page.
You've been on there many a time. You provided like 30 questions last Monday.
Which I like how you took. I can't believe you didn't take the Would You Rather.
It's just a matter of like, you got to pick. You got to cherry pick a little bit.
I thought the Would You Rather, I don't remember what it was, but I thought it was good.
When we have you on for when we tape the next FAQ, you can bitch and moan about it there.
Perfect.
Or we'll do it there. That's when we'll do that.
Okay.
That's what I should have said. No, we're saving that for when you come on, baby.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
what that is, baby.
You're the best.
Come
Let
on,
me
baby.
touch your face. Awesome. All right. Does that wrap it up, everybody? Or you got any more shameless plugs you want to do?
I don't.
Moosefartvoice.com.
Moosevoice.com.
Dot
Hire
fart.
me, please. I have children.
.fart.
.fart.com.
Ooh, I wonder if Clown Penis...
hire me, please. I have children. .fart.
Yeah, exactly.
Jody
Self-
likes
self,
it in
man.
.com.
Oh, I am so screwed here.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out here. You guys are reviewing stuff. Maybe you should delve into pornography.
I don't know what that is.
Can you imagine him and Jody trying to watch a porno together and review it?
I know.
I think it'd be funny.
I think it'd be great.
What's that? Hey, real quick, if you guys are going to review a show, if you can watch that flight attendant show, that Kaylee Kwako.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually really good.
I've heard good things. That's one that I kind of want to check out. We just finished the first season of Cobra Kai, so we're going to talk about that here real soon.
All right. right, cool.
That's one that everybody seems to be getting into, and I have not. Is it good?
It's good. You know, if you like Karate Kid, you're gonna like it. There's some good things about it. It starts off kind of flat and very like kind of tropey and like, but eventually it gets to a couple interesting twists and turns. That's, you know, deals with like, you know, father son family issues and redemption. And
Ralph Macchio looks like he's about 39,
Yeah.
right? You watch
he
him
doesn't age.
He doesn't age, except he doesn't move like a 39-year-old. When you watch
No.
him do some kicks and stuff, he looks like he's a 59-year-old man.
Yeah.
Right.
It's really, it's like, oh God, that guy just looks like he can't do. Oh, he's 59. That's why.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, Karate Kid was 40 years ago, right? 84.
Right.
Yeah, 30, at least 35 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, face-wise, the dude looks better than I do.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when we talked about Samuel L. Jackson when they de-aged him. Face looked great, still moved like a 65-year-old.
That's funny. We talked about that too. The de-aging technology. That movie, Captain Marvel, is that what I'm assuming that?
Yeah,
what you're talking about?
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That was so perfect. That was
Yeah.
flawless. Is it too late to talk about Mandalorian?
It. Go ahead.
You know, the season finale, I liked it, but when I saw Luke, I was like, you know, like it didn't look good. And I don't know if they de-aged him or if they like mapped his face with a whole new like CGI Luke.
So
Masked it, whatever.
I keep seeing like deep fakes that look better than what they're putting out, and I keep wondering, do they do that and go, we ought to just deep fake this, but they don't want to legitimize the technology
Right.
because of the possibility for misuse? But they should have just gotten Sebastian Stan and dubbed Mark Hamill back over him,
Or just had
But-
Sebastian Stan do it.
right? Or
Now,
just
why
had
Sebastian Stan? Why are you guys
because he
going?
looks
Have you
like
never seen that
a
picture,
young
Moose?
Mark Hamill. Oh my
I have
god!
not.
Look up.
Sebastian Stan versus Mark Hamill. They're twins.
So,
Never thought of that.
there you go.
No,
All right, friends. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Moose, again, thank you for joining us. We'll put the links to all of your stuff at the bottom of the page.
We love you, buddy.
Yeah, it depends.
Aw,
Good.
I love you.
I thought we had a good thing going here, guys. Justin, you're cool. You,
Thanks.
Lisa.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest tonight. We'll see you next time.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
boys.